Hello, everyone. Welcome to Buddha Zen Wisdom. We are here to accompany you every day. Is long-term walking beneficial for health? Doctors remind that after the age of 60, there are 5 key points to pay attention to when walking. After 70, walking more can bring you one step closer to longevity. As we age, many elderly people start to focus on how to maintain their health. Walking, as a simple and low-intensity form of exercise, is highly favored. But is long-term walking really beneficial for health? What advice do doctors have for middle-aged and elderly people over 60? Take, for example, 62-year-old Aunt Linda. After being diagnosed with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and high blood sugar during a routine checkup, she decided to lose weight. She committed to brisk walking every day and even took on challenges like jump rope and mountain hiking. After a few months, she indeed became slimmer, and her friends all complimented her on her transformation. However, she started experiencing leg pain. At first, it was just occasional discomfort, but later it became difficult even to bend her legs while walking. Unable to bear it any longer, she went to the hospital and found out that her meniscus and joints were severely worn out. The doctor reminded her that while exercise is beneficial for health, improper methods can have the opposite effect. After the age of 60, if you want to maintain health through walking, it's essential to adopt scientific methods. A U.S. study suggests that walking more is key to longevity. Research from the American Heart Association found that the more steps you take, the lower your risk of death. Even short walks can bring health benefits. This study, conducted by researchers from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and other institutions, followed 16,732 women around the age of 72 for 6 years. The results showed that taking 3,200 to 4,260 steps per day reduced the risk of death by 37%, 4,260 to 5,440 steps by 40%, and 5,440 to 9,100 steps by 46%. Another decade-long study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that 8,000 to 12,000 steps per day are ideal, with no further reduction in all-cause mortality risk beyond this range. For younger or more physically fit individuals, more than 8,000 steps per day might be ideal. But for those over 60, 7,000 to 8,000 steps are more suitable. Thus, walking an appropriate amount daily can indeed extend life, but more steps are not necessarily better. Finding the right range is crucial. For those over 70, walking more can bring you closer to longevity. A study presented at an American Heart Association conference in 2023 provided strong scientific evidence for the benefits of walking for people over 70. Researchers followed 452 elderly individuals over 70, collecting detailed information on their daily walking habits. Over 3.5 years of follow-up, they found that those who walked more had a significantly lower risk of cardiovascular events like stroke and heart failure. Surprisingly, even an extra 500 steps per day could significantly reduce these risks. Imagine, for a 70-year-old, an extra 500 steps might just mean an extra lap around the neighborhood or a few more minutes on a walk. This small change could be key to protecting cardiovascular health. Dr. Douglas, the lead researcher, noted that every additional 500 steps, even just a quarter of a mile, can contribute to cardiovascular health. This is a small goal that all elderly people can achieve. By encouraging themselves to slightly increase their daily step count, they can reap health benefits. Walking regularly can improve several cardiovascular indicators. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Directors Association in 2023 by researchers from Tongji Hospital at Huazhong University of Science and Technology found that walking can extend life. Compared to those who don't walk, people who walk 90 to 720 minutes per week have a 27 to 31% lower risk of death and can expect to live about 6 years longer. This means that by simply walking regularly, you could enjoy 6 more years of life, spending time with family and enjoying life. Walking also helps control high blood pressure, a common issue among the elderly. Studies show that after 3 months of brisk walking, most people's blood pressure drops by about 2 to 3 millimeters of mercury. For those with high blood pressure, walking 4,000 to 8,000 steps daily is like installing a blood pressure regulator, effectively lowering blood pressure and improving health. Walking can also reduce the risk of diabetes. Research in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that walking speed is closely related to diabetes risk. Brisk walking can reduce the risk of diabetes by 39% compared to strolling. For the elderly, maintaining a brisk walking habit is like building a defense against diabetes. Exercise, including walking, can also lower cancer risk. The 2018 Physical Activity Guidelines Advisory Committee scientific report published in Scientific Reports found that exercise helps reduce the incidence of several cancers, including endometrial, breast, and stomach cancers. For those already diagnosed with breast, prostate, or colorectal cancer, walking can help lower the risk of death. Walking can also prevent recurrent lower back pain. A study by Australian scientists found that regular walking greatly benefits adults with a history of lower back pain. For elderly people suffering from chronic back pain, walking is like a natural remedy, alleviating pain and improving quality of life. However, scientific walking requires attention to detail, especially for the elderly. Here are 5 key points to consider after the age of 60. 1. Pace should vary by individual. Walking speed can be categorized into different levels. 70 to 90 steps per minute is slow walking. 90 to 120 steps per minute is moderate walking. 120 to 140 steps per minute is brisk walking. And over 140 steps per minute is fast walking. Different speeds correspond to different exercise intensities. For a 70-year-old, it's recommended to walk for 45 to 60 minutes, 3 days a week, alternating between moderate and slow walking. Most importantly, listen to your body and don't push yourself too hard. 2. Choose the right walking surface. It's best to walk on surfaces with some softness, like dirt or grass, which can cushion the feet and reduce joint pressure. Sidewalks are also a good option, but avoid areas with heavy car exhaust. Hard surfaces like concrete and asphalt are not ideal for long walks, and walking on roads with heavy traffic is not recommended due to poor air quality. 3. Warm up before and stretch after walking. Many elderly people skip warming up before walking and stretching afterward, which is not a good habit. Aunt Linda's leg pain might be related to this. Without proper warm-up, joints lack synovial fluid, leading to wear and tear. Stretching before and after walking can help prevent this. Simple stretches like wrist and ankle rotations, waist twists, and head turns can prepare the body. After walking, stretching can relax muscles and prevent tension. Simple leg stretches, like standing forward bends, can stretch the hamstrings. 4. Avoid overstriding. Taking overly large steps is a common mistake. Aunt Linda might have been taking big steps to increase speed or distance, but this can strain the inner thigh ligaments and worsen joint damage. It's better to take smaller, steadier steps and not rush. 5. Pay attention to walking posture. Proper walking posture makes walking easier and reduces injury risk. Walk with a slight forward lean, head up, chest out, and arms swinging naturally. Steps should be moderate, with the front foot landing firmly and the knee bending elastically. The back foot should push off with the hip muscles engaged. Practicing proper posture in front of a mirror can help make it a habit. So, who lives longer? Fast walkers or slow walkers? Many people not only care about how many steps they take daily, but also whether walking speed affects lifespan. Some say fast walkers live longer, while others believe slow walking is better for health. What does the research say? A large-scale study by the Mayo Clinic followed 475,000 participants for 7 years, analyzing their walking speed, body mass index, and mortality rates. The results showed that, regardless of weight, fast walkers lived longer than slow walkers. Fast-walking men lived an average of 85.2 to 86.8 years, and women 86.7 to 87.8 years, while slow-walking men lived only 64.8 years on average, and women 72.4 years. a difference of 15 to 20 years. Does this mean the faster you walk, the longer you live? However, this study has limitations. It only analyzed walking speed and body mass index without considering participants' overall health, living environment, and other health habits, which also affect lifespan. In other words, fast walking might be a sign of good health rather than a direct cause of longevity. So, we shouldn't overinterpret the results, but we can conclude that maintaining a brisk walking habit can improve health and reduce the risk of premature death. How many steps per day are truly beneficial for health? Many have heard that 10,000 steps a day is ideal, but is this true? The 2023 Chinese Expert Consensus on Exercise Prescription states that 7,000 to 8,000 steps per day are optimal for health benefits, with at least 3,000 of those being brisk walking, over 100 steps per minute, to effectively exercise the cardiovascular system. Those with better physical fitness can increase speed slightly to break a light sweat, but should avoid overexertion. Is walking 10,000 steps daily really better? This isn't necessarily scientific, especially for middle-aged and elderly people who aren't used to exercise or have weak lower body strength. Blindly pursuing 10,000 steps can backfire, as their knee joints and cartilage may already have chronic wear. Long-term excessive strain can lead to osteoarthritis, cartilage wear, increased pain, synovitis, knee swelling, and even reduced mobility. In severe cases, joint replacement surgery might be needed. Doctors recommend that after 60, walking should be moderate and tailored to one's ability. The key isn't the number of steps, but walking correctly, brisk walking, and maintaining a consistent exercise routine. If knee discomfort or joint pain occurs, reduce steps or adjust pace to avoid worsening injuries. How to start walking correctly. If you're not used to exercise, start with 2,000 to 3,000 steps daily, about 15 to 20 minutes, and increase by 500 steps weekly, gradually building up to let your body adapt. Always listen to your body to avoid knee or joint damage from overexertion. In conclusion, long-term walking indeed offers numerous health benefits, especially for those over 60, as a simple and effective form of exercise. However, health isn't achieved through walking alone. It requires combining good lifestyle habits and health management. We hope every elderly friend can enjoy a healthy and happy later life through scientific exercise and lifestyle choices. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and we hope today's content resonated with you. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the subscribe button so we can accompany you every day. Let's grow together, stay happy, and age gracefully. See you next time